Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your November reading. So we do have a new moon starting off the month right away, November 1st, and that's happening at 8:47 a.m. Eastern Time. And that'll be in Libra, so another cardinal sign like yourself. Any positions you have in Cancer may be squared by that new moon. It's a 111 portal, and it's also the Day of the Dead, the day after Halloween, so the veil is very thin. We have a supportive water trine that day in your element. Of course, Mars is moving through Cancer through the rest of the year, and then it goes retrograde in December. So you'll have this back and forth over any of these placements over in Cancer. So underneath the deck, when I stop shuffling, we have the Queen of Cups. That could be you or another water sign energy, but some kind of healing support coming in. But yeah, November 1st would be a great portal, a great gateway to connect with your feelings, past loved ones, perhaps, and a communication may be coming through very clear for you in that window. It's also a powerful gate of 1111. That's coming up November 11th, of course. That may be used for manifestation. And then we have a full moon on the 15th of November, and that's the second full moon in Aries in a row. Of course, these are sidereal placements, and Aries being also a cardinal direction could be squaring positions you have in Cancer. So let's go ahead and see what your cards are showing us. We have a Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, satisfaction, Four of Wands, happy home, and you rule the fourth house, the Five of Air, Five of Swords, and the Moon, your ruling body, the 18. Okay. So with the moons here being very significant, I think the full moon coming up in November is going to reveal a lot of truths surrounding communications that you get. The Five of Swords is a temporary pain, is a change. It could be you defeating your enemies, successfully deflecting them, anybody who's trying to bring you out of this Nine of Cups feeling or this security of the Four of Wands, which also shows up as the 1111. But the moon is, again, a secret, maybe something we're not meant to see right away. See if I can get clarification on that for us, on what we are going to see by the end of November, or by the middle of November at least. So clarification on the moon, please, and the Five of Swords for Cancer. Okay. Under this deck, then we have Justice. All right, Libra, new moon in Libra. So balance restored, peace, harmony restored, following this Five of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. So it could be maybe a younger person in your home causing trouble, trying to upset the apple cart, as they say. And then we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so things moving forward after feeling stuck. Perhaps you are getting somebody out of your home, or an energy out of your home that was not welcome, that was hanging around a little too long. They overstayed their welcome. And this is a restoration of peace for you that is coming back to your home. Perhaps you find out that this person had been lying to you, or maybe stealing from you, but they got to go. You can do this, of course, with love and forgiveness as the Queen of Cups. But let's get some more information from your astrology cards. Seeing somebody for their true colors. We have the yin, the feminine, okay? Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, receptivity. That goes with the moon as well. In the dark moon, this beginning of the month, I think you can see things that other people cannot. With the Hanged Man there, you see somebody's putting on a good show. You know, they're good at hiding things from most people, but there's nothing that slips by you. Under this new moon, of course. Sextile, combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. So yeah, potential for a peaceful resolution. Underneath we have Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. So they're opposite you on the wheel. So it requires a little more discipline. Perhaps there's temptation that this person might have been a Capricorn with the Page of Coins being there. So, or it could have been some kind of tension in the workplace. But there is hope for forward progress with sextile there, and the next card being trine. I mentioned that supportive water trine happening November 1st. So there's a wish coming through for you that peace will be restored, whether at home or at work. Let's get your Queen of the Moon card here. Okay, one more. Cancer. And we have Beauty, number 20. Venus also showing up in that Four of Wands, like a beautification of your home. Okay. And the Masculine. All right, so the lunar god, the full moon, also giving off a very powerful Aries energy like the Emperor. And this full moon is in the Emperor, so that could be you taking charge, moving into your masculine energy to take control of a situation. Or it could be that Mars moving through Cancer right now. It's Mars is not just being upset and emotional. It's also motivational, action-oriented. Perhaps, like I said, you've waited around too long, or you've been too lenient or forgiving in some situation. And this is calling for a rebalancing of that energy, bringing it back to center. Be open. Although it came in reverse. I don't think these cards are meant to be in reverse, but... opening one door requires you to close another, and then we have sacred space under the deck. So that's your home. That's your space. So keep it clean, keep it secure, and because it's where you go. It's your sanctuary for rest. And if there's someone or some energy disrupting that home, the masculine energy is telling you to take control of that and sweep it out. Get things back to being peaceful and restful for you. Okay, get a wisdom card for you. Okay. We have celebration, let go, and have fun. That could be the 9 of Cups as well. Could be having a party or gathering in your home. Maybe if you celebrate Thanksgiving, that could be opening your home to peaceful energies. And then we have Peacock, raise your standards. That has to do with boundary enforcement. I know for water signs, boundaries can be difficult to enforce, because you take shape of the container that you're placed in, and for you to independently define a boundary for yourself or your expectations, it can feel counterproductive. But that's why I feel like the support, Mars is here to support you this month. And your angels and ancestors. Ooh, couple fell. All right, we have Stargazer, set your sights higher. So raise your standards, raise the bar about who you allow into your space. And the other one is the Animal Guardian, trust your instincts. So yeah, if you feel like something's off this month, trust your gut. Only you can tell what's best for you, and don't let other people influence your decision. Okay, we do have Peacekeeper underneath the deck. Let go of the need to be right. So again, I think this peace and rest is the focus of the month for you. But that's going to require you to take action, and it may be uncomfortable at first. That 5 of Swords. But it's challenging you to, maybe there's a lesson you need to learn about boundaries and self-care. Because Cancer, you like to nurture, you like to take care of everyone, make sure they're fed and clothed and housed, and bless you for that. But it can come at your own detriment if you're not careful. So let's see what else, what your alchemy card is. Yeah, Saturn. We had Capricorn show up earlier. That's boundaries indeed, laying down the law. It's rules. We also have winter showing up. So if you're in the northern hemisphere, we're coming into the winter season. That can be a time of retreat and introspection. So, or something has lived out its life cycle here. The leaves are dropped and now it's gone to a dormant state. The rest card there too. Okay, Saturn being number 7, could have to do with the 7th of the month. Saturn is structure, authority, and consequences. Remember we had the Justice card show up too. So that's a figure of authority and the masculine. Saturn is known as the great ruler, the authoritative father, and the structuring force. Limitations, rules, logistics, and laws all fall under Saturn's claim, and they insist on our adherence. Saturn constricts, it corrects, it governs. The force of this planet is mind-boggling, frustrating, especially for creative types, as it can feel like one limitation after another, yet its ability to support is unmatched. No creative project can come to be without the Saturnian qualities of commitment, endurance, and steadiness. The tick of the clock reminds us that the planet's steadfast presence, eternally measuring. It's no surprise it's associated with the metal lead and the qualities of density and weight. To embrace Saturn is to embrace the foundation and become one's own central authority. It's not as dull or easy as it sounds. That's Saturn's secret. Ironically, and to the amusement of anarchists everywhere, the authoritarian energy of Saturn is said to reside in the middle finger. So that's true if you look at palmistry. Each finger is assigned a planet. So yeah, you may have to give somebody the finger or give your job the finger. Take this job and shove it. There's something that is you're putting an end to this month. And under the footnote here, it says, go deeper, read the poem The Core of Masculinity by Rumi. I have not read that poem, but the fact that it's bringing up the masculine energy again could be important for you to look into. If you're somebody who's looking to move homes or buy a home, there might have been, competition as far as who gets approved. The moon there, the full moon showing you'll have your answer by the middle of the month. And that might be the reason for the celebration, too, as illustrated in this wisdom card, too. Let go and have fun. So, and with the 4 wands there, it's emphasizing a house or home to be celebrated. All right, I'm going to get a rune for you this month for Cancer. All right. I'll look this one up. I rarely pull this one, so let's see what it's about. All right, so the rune is Ingwaz, and it is of a masculine energy, and it's the seed energy needed for gestation to result in plenty. It signifies the cycle of withdrawal, transformation, and return, something working in the unconscious, a storehouse of potential energy that must undergo a gestation period in order to gain strength. Ing was the old Germanic fertility god and consort of the Earth Mother who gives up his power to her to be released in the spring. And we did have the winter card show up here too. It's number 16 like the tower. But now I'm drawn to read this because it is about the cycle. In alchemy, winter is the first stage. It's the beginning. So we had to clear out and release all the leaves of the fall. And now we are barren and we're ready to restart the cycle in the spring. Also, the rune goes on to say, Ingwaz represents creative power, especially in its masculine form, transition to a new stage in a cycle and ending that leads to a new beginning. Well, we were talking about the New Year, maybe. That's the celebration, New Year's Eve. Possible sacrifice for a positive purpose and fertility. As such, it's closely related to Fehu and Jera. Fehu is wealth and Jera is joy and celebration, and is one of the runes that can be used in gardening. In addition, it is a rune of power for brewing, especially of beer. Willis says Ingwaz indicates contemplation, a transition, or a new beginning, a successful conclusion to a project, or relief from anxiety about it. Peterson feels it indicates peace and bounty in the external world. Well, we had the 9 of Cups and the Peace card show up. Sensuality, serenity, and love. That's the 4 wands. Aswin states that the seed form can be used as a magic circle or to contain other runic energies. Ingwaz has been seen as a progression of Jera and Kinaz energies. Obviously, Ingwaz is a rune of sexuality, particularly useful in enhancing male energy so long as the individuals concerned understand that its power requires giving as well as getting or be getting. Perhaps that's why the Justice card showed up. So maybe there was a masculine energy in your life that was not giving enough or trying enough, and maybe that's what the 5 of Swords was about, a tension between you and this masculine energy about, I need you to give more to this relationship. In meditation, it can be a key to understanding the spiritual significance of the life cycle, to understanding and dealing with death as a part of life. And here we had Saturn show up, the scythe, the sickle, the end. So every new beginning is some other beginning's end. As the lyrics from that song Closing Time go by Semisonic, if you haven't heard it, check it out. Those lyrics have been floating through my head for the past few days, and now they're showing up here in this reading. Okay, so the winter card says solace, the pause, the hermit. In alchemy, winter comes first. It is the beginning, the origin. As winter casts its blanket of stillness across the land, we naturally turn inward. The mind and heart settle into Earth's darkest season. From this place of quiet, a single flame reconnects us to the mystery of our existence and the miracle of the breath. Regardless of when this card appears, it indicates we are suspended in Mother Earth's pause. This is not the time for doing, going, or getting. The alchemists know winter opens the portal to the divine. Magic is afoot, under the surface. In the glimmering snow and sparkling ice, we see winter's water in crystalline form, each droplet a prism into the mystic realm. Don't get caught up in the gloom or isolation of this season. Rather, spin toward the sacred light. Spring will come in time. And we talked about the Ingwaz rune being a rune of seed, fertility, planting anew, starting a new cycle. So this could, for some of you, indicate a change of partners. Like I mentioned, getting somebody out of your house, and it might be clearing the space for a new person to come in. Some magic cards for us. Oh, one flew on the ground, as they do. I see from here it's air, so working with the element of air. It's interesting, I looked a little bit into the new moon on November 1st, and it's taking place in the Swati Nakshatra, which its ruler is a sword, or the symbol is a sword. Swords are words. It's our, and we have the Justice card holding the sword. So, and that's Libra. That's the full moon in Libra, and we had the moon card show up. So, again, restoring balance. I think there's a conversation that has to happen. The Five of Swords is the Five of Air. So there might be some ultimatums, like I mentioned, boundaries. There might have to be a line drawn in the sand as to expectations, and said raise your standards, set your sights higher. So even if you're not setting rules for somebody else within your home, it could be for yourself, raising your own standards. And that's why it's causing you this period of winter to rest and reflect. What is my next goal? I need to aim higher than the targets that I've been hitting. So spirit is heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. And air, work with the element of air to cut through the core of a situation and see the truth. So the truth can hurt. It can be difficult to accept. But in this situation, it's necessary. And it will come out with the full moon there. The full moon in Libra being justice. Okay. Let's end this with a Journey of Love card. If this is a love situation that might be on the rocks or in the verge of transforming, perhaps we can get a supportive message here. Well, we have number 22, and the Ingwaz rune is 22 out of 24, so that could be a significant number for you. 22 is also the Master Builder number, so a rebuilding or a building of a stronger foundation. And as we read in the Ingwaz rune, it requires sacrifice. So loving the good times as well as the bad, and that's something you're going to have to weigh out with the Justice card there on the scales of Libra. And let's see what the book says about this oracle. You wise awakening being, you can love all that is. You can love your tears and your sadness, for they are a testament to your open heart. You can love your numbness and fatigue, for they show that you have worked hard and are now in need of rest. You can love the energy and passion even when you are so far ahead of the pack you have to wait a while for everyone else to catch up, maybe a day, maybe a decade or so, because you choose not to curb your enthusiasm for anyone. You can love your anger because underneath its fire is a desire for respect. And you can love your peacefulness because within your heart, you really don't care much for fighting sometimes. If there is something that is shaming you, worrying you, challenging you, it's okay to just love it. It will make sense when it needs to. Until then, just love it, even when it hurts. For it's part of your own divine nature awakening. It may just be a painful cramp happening because it's been curled up for too long. This oracle brings you a sweet message. You are just asked to love. Everything else will take care of itself. So self-love too being important. Like I said, that rest message keeps coming up. You might be overgiving. That might be the masculine energy taking control when you shouldn't be. You need to delegate some tasks to others at some point too. All right, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this message. I wish you a blessed November. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.